Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. The agenda was circulated in your package. I need a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make the motion to approve the agenda for tonight, April.
Second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Contrary mind, nay, carried. So we're having, there's any declarations of conflict of interest? Hearing none. So we're having this, special meeting for the District Carleton North to, approve, two PRAC recommendations to council. Because we're not meeting again, our regular council meeting is on, May 13th.
Mhm.
And we wanted to have a discussion on this prior to May 13th. So we have three councilors that are joining us online on the Teams call. It's Councillor Dickinson, Councillor Watson, Councillor Connor, and then all the other councilors are here. And our CAO and our administration coordinator. Assistant clerk, yeah. So we're here to discuss this. So the new business is the PRAC recommendation to council for Bristol Heights. So I'll call on Councillor Bradstreet to bring this forward.
District Carleton North, Bristol Heights. The Planning Review and Adjustment Committee has recommended that the District of Carleton North accept ownership of the proposed public road known as Bristol Heights in Florence, Bristol, New Brunswick. Ownership of this road will facilitate planned development and ensure long-term municipal maintenance. Council approval is required to proceed in accordance to section 85 or 88.5 the Community Planning Act. I move that the District of Carleton North take the ownership of the proposed public road identified as Bristol Heights in Florence, Bristol, New Brunswick, as recommended by the Planning Review and Adjustment Committee, and authorize the clerk to proceed in accordance to section 88.5 of the Community Planning Act.
You have a seconder?
I'll second that.
I'll second it.
Yeah, well, yeah, thanks, Councillor Dixon. It was seconded by Deputy Mayor. So is there any discussion on the motion? Anybody have any questions?
To clarify, it's just this straight piece? Like,
Yeah, so I can clarify that. So currently, Bristol Heights is a public road from Tapley Road over to, where it was formerly paved. And we have to, take over ownership of all the roads, including, so it goes from Tapley Road to Route 105. And there's portions that's still not paved, but that doesn't change the ownership of the road. So that's all it is, and that'll become a municipal public road, and there's certain benefits to that, because people use it, obviously, in the municipality. People live on it, people travel through it from point A to point B, and under emergency measures, it's an access road to get her in around Bristol, if downtown Bristol was flooded, other things, or the road was blocked along Route 105. So, yeah, there's certain benefits to that, and we've been dealing with the Emmett family for a year or so. And, to honor previous agreements, from previous councils about taking over ownership of the road, and we had to get through a process to get approval from ETI for access to 105, get approval from DNR, Natural Resources, in terms of the easement over the, MB Trail. And that has to go, it went to our planning committee of the Planning Review Adjustment Committee, PRAC, for the Regional Service Commission, and they approved it. And then they sent it to council for our discussion and approval, and then it's done.
I just have one quick question. Will this change the busing? So the bus will now go up that road?
So, yeah, on that issue, I received two presentations from people who live on the road with young kids. And I talked to school district in Woodstock about the transportation. And they said, once it's official that we have the road, we'll send that to them and they would take a little good look at it. The busing would go down that road as a public road to pick up kids. Because one of the concerns now is that it's a private road and they kind of frown on that. They have to turn. So yeah, to your point, Councilor Connor, that will be definitely considered quite strongly. And once this is done, we'll send a letter to them to make sure that we support that, picking up of kids on Bristol Heights. Any other questions? So it's a good thing, and I think it's a step forward for the town, for the district, Carleton more. So, ready for the question? All those in favor say aye. Contrary minded? Contrary minded nay, so that's unanimous. So that's good. And that was passed. The next item is, the second item is another PRAC recommendation of council for the School Street extension and the former village of Bath. I'll have Councilor Oakes speak to this and then we can have a discussion about it once.
The Planning Review and Adjustment Committee, PRAC, has recommended that the District of Carleton North accept ownership of the proposed public road known as the Bath School Street extension in Bath, New Brunswick. Ownership of this road will support planned community development and ensure municipal maintenance standards are upheld. Council approval is required to proceed in accordance with Section 88(5) of the Community Planning Act. I move that the District of Carleton North Council assent to take ownership of the proposed public road identified as the Bath School Street extension in Bath, New Brunswick, as recommended by the Planning Review and Adjustment Committee, and authorize the clerk to proceed in accordance with Section 88(5) of the Community Planning Act.
You have a seconder?
I'll second that.
So it's moved second. Any questions on that and we can give some clarification on why that's necessary?
No question. So we've asked to have 2 lots on that bigger Department of Education pit be removed and 2 separate pits to be returned to the town, to the district. And this enables them to have, you have to have a street by address to be able to have it, or to be able to have an address. Currently, it's not a public road and therefore we can't have a civic address until we extend the school street. There is no actual extension of the school street. There's no cost associated with it. It's a street that's already been built. And we will just be taking ownership of it.
Yeah. So basically, you're right. This will facilitate this approval of the extension we'll just move the street down further and it'll facilitate the 2 lots that are being created. One is where the swimming pool is, and that will be owned by the District of Carleton North. And the second lot where the former Bath Middle School was, it was demolished last year. And that lot will be deeded over to Bath Step Ahead Family Learning Center. So that, and Councilor Oakes is right, you have to have your frontage onto a municipal public road, right? So that was why this was necessary. And the Department of Education granted approval for this, and it went to PRAC and they approved it. And now council, once we approve it, it'll be finalized and that'll facilitate, like I said, again, those creation of those 2 lots and hopefully ownership of those 2 lots. And it's important that we own where the pool is. Obviously the town, it's a town pool, so it's a town asset, so we should own that property. And like I said, the Department of Education had no trouble with this, and they were good to work with.
They've been very cooperative, something moved through this.
And then the second lot would be deeded over to the Bath Step Ahead Early Learning Center, I guess Family Learning Center.
Will we have to do this again to do the lots, to separate the lots?
No, once we approve it, the lots will be created by the Service of Brunswick, the legal system.
Okay.
And this will be our final step. You don't have to So that's it, and that's the exact explanation of why that's necessary. And, so we'll have a vote on that, all those in favor of that motion? Did we have?
That's for Bradstreet.
Sorry about that. So we had, it was seconded by Councilor Bradstreet.
There a
Question
question?
there? Anybody have a question?
No.
No, I thought somebody did. So all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried. So that's the purpose of our special council meeting, and, we need a motion for adjournment.
Make the motion to adjourn.
Seconder,
Second.
all those in favor say aye.
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 Carried. We're good to go. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
That was the shortest meeting we ever had.
Yeah.